The Hill quoted President Trump directly. "We've made some fantastic trade deals, good for both countries." The New York Times said his learning curve on China ends with conciliation. The Guardian's editorial called it the waiting game. Same plane, same handshake, same Wednesday in Beijing. 7 outlets, 7 different stories. This is AI Command App Media Lens. President Trump met with President Xi Jinping in Beijing this week, the most important foreign trip of his second term to date. 2 days of meetings. Then Trump departed on Air Force One on Friday. The publicly known outputs: a Boeing aircraft order, conversations about Taiwan, AI guardrails, and the war in Iran. No formal joint statement, no breakthrough on Iran, no public commitment on Taiwan arms sales. That's the consensus. Beyond that, the outlets diverge sharply. The Hill led with Trump's own words. Their headline simply asked, "What deals did Trump make on China trip?" The lead quoted Trump from a Friday reporter gaggle: "Fantastic trade deals, good for both countries." The Hill's framing: a transactional success measured in deals. The New York Times went the other direction. Their analysis was titled, "Trump's Learning Curve on China Ends with Conciliation at Summit." Conciliation. They wrote that Trump has shifted the foundations of American policy toward China, throwing aside the adversarial approach of recent years. A separate NYT piece on the Boeing announcement carried a different framing in the headline itself. Trump announces Boeing jet order from China. Beijing stays silent. Beijing stays silent. That is an editorial choice, embedded directly in the headline. PBS NewsHour also led with Boeing, but as straight business news. Their lead, aircraft manufacturer Boeing, will make its first major sale to China in nearly a decade with an order for 200 planes. No skepticism, no conditional language, just the deal. The Guardian US filed 2 pieces and a full editorial. The editorial framed the summit as the waiting game and called the White House's American strength back on the world stage boast curious when the attached video showed the stars and stripes fluttering beneath a long row of Chinese flags. The Guardian foregrounded what didn't happen: the absent Iran ceasefire deal. The BBC went quote-driven. Their headline: Trump says he made no commitment either way to Xi on Taiwan. No analysis, no verb choices, just the quote. And the Wall Street Journal filed a clean 5 takeaways from the Trump G-Summit. No editorializing in the headline. Here's the mechanism. Every outlet covered the same plane, the same handshake, same Beijing press conference, but each chose a different lever to pull. The Hill pulled Trump's own quote. The New York Times pulled the word conciliation and put it in their headline. PBS pulled the Boeing dollar figure and let it stand alone. The Guardian pulled the visual, the flags. The BBC pulled the Taiwan dodge. The WSJ pulled nothing, just listed 5 things. If you read only The Hill, you saw a transactional win. If you read only the New York Times, you saw a president who gave ground. If you read only The Guardian, you saw a photo op masking a stalemate. 3 completely different presidencies built from the same trip. That's today's media lens. We do this every single day. Same stories, different lenses. Subscribe and hit the bell. See you tomorrow.
Dance.